and then that.
Hello, Angel.
Okay, we are live on YouTube. Hello, welcome everybody. Today we're talking about how to draw hair. And it's a subject that a lot of people want covered. It's a difficult subject. One of the reasons it is so incredibly difficult is because it's mostly about design. It is basically form drawing and design to an extreme. And so it kind of requires a base skill of drawing to start with in order to even really attempt to make good looking hair, which is why people find it so difficult. And so hopefully we can demystify a little bit of why it is so hard and how to make good shapes and how to get on your way of drawing good hair.
Yeah, I would say hair.
We're live. What?
Oh, go ahead.
We are live on YouTube and TikTok. So if you hear us talking in chat, we might be on, TikTok as well. So what?
No, I was just saying, like, hair is basically like just pure design and form. That's why, like, sometimes bad hair can just ruin a drawing. But yeah. Do you guys do art critiques?
Okay, it's not on.
It's not on shuffle.
It is on shuffle.
Oh.
Why does it keep replaying the same song?
I'm not sure why. We don't do art critiques.
Nope, we don't do art critiques. Although we do paid critiques if you want to DM us. But yeah, we just make content, and we run live classes. So like we do critiques in live classes, but not just for TikTok people. But if you really, really want to critique, you can look into our mentorships, that sort of thing.
You can ask about mentorships and DM us.
Yeah, we both run art mentorships. What's up? Hello, the flag blocks. Roz, Chaos, Dahlia, hello. How do you draw different types of perspectives? We actually have some videos on that. Wholesome Comics with the Corgi.
Well,
already. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
So I would say there's drawing for hair, and then there's design. And sometimes sometimes those two are separate, but they really just work well together. A lot of the time when people draw really good hair is because they can design and draw at the same time. So we can break down some design concepts and also just some drawing exercises to get you to draw and get the flow really well. And a lot of it starts with understanding the form of the head and how to like portion out bits and pieces of your hair and understand how it works. So I just drew a few heads here, and we're going to draw some hairstyles on these later. But we'll talk about some hairstyles, some wavy, straight, and curly hair, because that's just always, that's kind of like your basic hair textures. But yeah, I was just asking about hair. Yes, exactly. So that's why we're doing this stream.
Awesome. Yeah, let's talk about hair two-dimensionally first.
Hair what?
Two-dimensionally.
Okay, yeah, sure. So a lot of time with hair, it's just a bunch of overlaps. But overlaps isn't this, where everything is just kind of, well, that's a really bad drawing. Let me do this again. So there's this concept with depth and graphic design. This is graphic. Everything's flat, but you can kind of see what's going on. This is depth, where you have kind of like a stepping pattern.
Yes, and hair follows that exactly.
And hair follows that exactly. So
it's just jagged. Like it's not. I mean, this isn't 2D, but we can talk about this if you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, like graphic depth.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Drawing hair is hard. It is very hard. It is incredibly hard.
Well, the thing with hair is that it's got to look good flat too. So what we mean by that is designing just a good shape. A lot of the time, hair will have good S-curves, and so if you have like hair that looks good just flat like this, like okay, here's like a strand.
That is a really good question. Sleepy Cato, is that how you say it? Here, I hear draw hair like ribbons, and then I've seen draw hair with cylinders. What's more optimal? Ribbons are just compound cylinders, so both would pretty much be the same thing. A ribbon is just a cylinder, like multiple cylinders connected together. But both are good. Both are pretty similar. We can talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah. So I just drew this shape. And what I did was I focused mainly on creating an interesting shape and not thinking about hair strands and overlaps. Because a lot of time if you like squint your eyes, a lot of the details actually disappear in hair, and what you're left with is something like this. So if your hair doesn't look good at this stage, it's going to kind of look a bit blobby and not as good
when it turns into 3D.
When it turns into 3D, exactly. So like here is a not as dynamic shape, and so this is what creates a dynamic shape. You got a lot of big, medium, and small, meaning you got, you know, this little small piece right here. Actually, I'm gonna draw this in red, and you got this little small piece right in here. You got this little small piece. Then you got some larger areas, you know, like this area, and like maybe a medium-sized area. So there's just overall a lot of, look at this baby.
Yes, who's
He's
here?
a big boy. So you just got a lot of variety. So the main key is variety. This doesn't have variety because maybe it's too timid and you're scared to ruin the drawing. But in being scared of ruining the drawing, you end up with a not as good drawing as you want. Hi there, baby.
Applejack.
Applejack. Look at that little manju
He's so
face.
precious. I just want to like knead his face. So cute.
You're very cute, aren't you?
Sorry, I heard Toby messing around, and then I went out in the hall, and Applejack was there, so
Yeah.
I couldn't not pick him up.
So you can tell that without these lines or without like any detail, this feels like hair and feels like a good shape. In fact, a lot of people would add like, you know, extra stuff. Like, oh, here's like, oops, here's like a little shape right here. And that also influences a gesture. So for me, you know, you can take this shape and go multiple ways with this. And like if you want to add value to this, let me actually take this out. What I find really interesting is once you have a good silhouette, you can kind of work in any way. So you can say, hey, this shape, oh my goodness. Okay. So you can say like this shape right here overlaps this form and then goes behind. This one goes in front, twists, and then maybe we have like an extra strand on the side. So, you know, that could work. Or you can go in and say, hey, what if this whole strand was connected as one long strand and that overlaps the whole thing?
Yeah. You can, when you have a good shape, you can really do anything you want three-dimensionally. And this is one of the really difficult parts of hair drawing because it's really a foundational issue. Like if you're not good at drawing form and 3D, like three-dimensional volumes, it becomes very difficult to do this. And this is why a lot of people will struggle with hair and, you know, a lot of things is because pretty much everything you ever want to draw is three-dimensional. Like hair, faces, you know, hands, backgrounds, environments, characters, like pretty much everything is three-dimensional. Like only shapes are 2D.
Yeah.
Like, and another thing is like, even if it doesn't really matter the style, pretty much everybody is always wanting to draw three-dimensional or at least imply some sort of a three-dimension. Like even if you draw like a little shoe, right? And let's just say, here's a sock
That's cute.
and here's an ankle. That's already implying 3D. Why? Because you have this overlap happening right here. So like what I mean is even if you have a really, really cartoony style, pretty much everybody's always trying to draw and at least imply some sort of three-dimensionality. Why is this song repeating now?
It's because that thing's on.
That was weird. I don't want this song on anymore. There we go.
There we go. So yeah,
Sorry, I don't know what happened to Epidemic Sounds
I don't know.
when I was out of the room, but it
no
decided to turn on repeat one song, and it was like my least favorite song.
So like if you have a shoe, for example, but everything is just contained within this shape, like you start adding all the details in here.
Yeah. And that
socks in here.
curve, that S curve that Christina just did, that implies 3D. That is a line that is going over the form.
Yeah.
So like it is almost impossible not to imply 3D in some way. 1D drawers,
It's just I don't know, what would a 1D drawing be
1D art would be a line, a dot, a line going away from you that has no thickness or width. I don't
funny.
even know.
So yeah, a lot of the time when it comes to hair as well is gesture. not understanding how the gesture and how to make things flow. So I would say if you have, hairstyle, or you have a hair strand and you want things to match really well and flow great, have a main gesture. So there's two main gestures. There's an S gesture.
So you each have your own channels? No, we run Anime Academy together.
Yes, we do. And
Although technically we started Instagrams like a week or so ago, but neither of us is posted yet.
Yeah. I haven't done any personal art lately, so we have an S gesture and a C gesture. So that means, you'll have hair strands that will go in an S-like curve, or you have hair strands that go in C curves. And sometimes when drawing hair, you forget that there's strands that follow that same S curve, but it's like in different ways. So let's say you have an S curved strand and you're like, okay, yeah, I have my strand here, but why doesn't this look like the hair that I want? Why doesn't it still not look like hair? What you can do is you can then start adding extra strands that still have this S curve. So you can have another one that's shaped like an S, but it's using this. This is like the mother gesture, and then we got the kid gestures that follow it.
Yeah. This is a really recurring thing in design, by the way. If you ever want to become like a professional artist, design is huge.
Yeah.
And so I would say that design is kind of like intention. Like you can gauge the success of a design whether it hits the intention or not.
Yeah.
Like you can have, for example, like you can draw the most amazing, beautiful car ever, but if you were hired to do a character, it's not a good design, right?
Yeah.
And so it really just comes from intention. And now design and gesture, I always found gesture really confusing. And what I see gesture as is sort of like the overall statement that you're trying to make. And so all of the shapes within your drawing, like you can see that Christina here has got this S curve, right? This S curve right here. And that's kind of like the overall statement that she's trying to make. It's like this S. And then all of these other hairs are subordinate to that S. They're all working together to create this whole. It's almost like people building a building. All of the people are working together to make this structure. And so the people are the individual pieces of hair. And that's actually one of the reasons people find hair so fun to draw, is because you're basically just making a bunch of lines that are working together for a greater purpose.
Yeah. It just flows really well. And actually, if you know how to draw hair, then drawing animals is actually pretty fun too, because they're very similar in terms of gesture.
So do you learn perspective to draw hair? I mean, hair is a three-dimensional thing, so like...
You would incorporate...
If what you mean is practicing 1, 2, and 3 point perspective boxes, not necessarily. But you can literally practice perspective by just going like this. Like, this is implying perspective.
Yeah. Well, like
right
even
here.
these
overlapping shapes imply depth, which is perspective.
And even these having these overlaps right here is perspective, right? Because this hair strand's in front, this is going back, and and this hair is twisting, right? So that's implying perspective. There's another twist, and hey, another twist. And then another thing to imply perspective is having like.
How's the music, by the way, chat? Dahlia, music good on YouTube? TikTok, music good? Sound? Volume.
Then I added this other strand that's simpler.
Good. Great.
That's larger, simpler, but doesn't take away from this. So this can also imply perspective. The thing is, hair is very organic, so it won't really. You can't fit it into like something like a box. It's not something that's very stiff. I would say if you want to do like more perspective with hair, you would have to understand how it works on the head and show like, oh, here's the design of what the hair looks like from the top view, the side view, the back view. But other than that, everything kind of just flows really organically. It doesn't need to follow a perspective grid.
Yeah,
not necessarily.
It's kind of like good news and bad news, right?
Yeah.
The good news, or I should say, like the bad news is that you can't really put it in a box. You can't really track it.
Yeah.
Easily. But the good news is you can't track it easily as well. So you have a lot of flexibility. If the hair goes right, it's fine. If the hair goes, like if you're drawing a box, that box has to be right. The one line can't go off in this direction and then that direction and all random. But if you're drawing hair, it's a lot more flexible. It's a
Yeah.
lot more, you can get away with a lot of things. If you draw it going up to this way, you can get away with it. If you go drawing down that way, you can get away with it.
Yeah. Hair with perspective becomes more important when you're like looking at a character with a head with hair on it.
Huh?
Perspective with hair, like showing like the hairline, the clumps and how that goes. It's
Yeah.
more has to do with head angles.
Yeah. So what we just talked about right here, this methodology, like this kind of concept, gets applied to the hairstyle. And so essentially you have a 3-dimensional, anime head like this, right? And then the hair goes over top of the head, and then it's cut into a certain style. And then all of the design principles, the overlaps, the S curves, the C curves, the dimensional drawing, big, medium, small, all that kind of stuff gets applied to that.
Yeah. Where did you get that? This we actually 3D printed ourselves.
Yeah.
We 3D modeled it and then printed it.
Yep. Yeah, this is our head. It's kind of janky. You can see like print lines and stuff on it. But we use it to teach sometimes on stream, like to show different anime head angles, even though it's just gray.
Yeah.
And then we also got these little Asaro heads that we 3D printed as well.
Thank you, Rize. Is it Reze or
very dark.
I don't know. Rize? It is
Those
very
are
dark.
sick, dude. We gave one to our
Instructor.
oil painting teacher today. He thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. Wow. 127 people. Hello and welcome. If you're
Hello.
new, say hi. Not calling you regulars.
So what you would do generally, like of course you don't have to use this process.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people do is they start with this kind of overall outline that
Yeah.
kind of maps out the volume
Yep.
of the hairstyle.
Yes.
So for example, I don't know, maybe you could do like a bob or something.
Yeah, I can do a bob, like on here. What I would do is I'd go in and just have an idea. Where do I want the hair to part? Do I want it center part? Do I want it side part? And how does it frame the face? So I like to think of bob cuts, for example, like a mushroom. So mushrooms have a very specific shape, and the way how they curl around the face is very, there's like a really sharp turn right in here. So it makes it extra cute. If I had, a bob that was more relaxed and straighter, it would have a more mature feel instead. So thinking about silhouette that way
And so
can help.
one of the reasons that she starts this way is because silhouette is basically your most powerful factor in a hairstyle.
Yeah.
And so everything is going to be subordinate to this silhouette, because if the outside shape doesn't look good, nothing you put on the inside is going to make it look good.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to, but you can start with this outside shape. Mm-hmm. And then, once you get to this part, she probably would frame the face with the bangs inside and then add volume on the inside.
Yeah, and the volume would have to do with overlap. So with the bangs, for example, it's like here's one clump, one group of clumps. There's another group of clumps, and then there's a third.
Yeah. And so it's basically this concept, right? Where it's almost like you have, this is going to be a really bad drawing, but just bear with me.
It's okay.
You have the outside shape, right?
Sorry, we're gonna move that. There we
You
go.
have the inside shape, which you, like the head, right? You say have bangs, right? And then you're basically left with this graphical shape. And then what she does is you start adding, guess what? You start adding this, what we talked about earlier. And so what that ends up looking like is these kind of overlaps in here, like that. And that comes in the form of hair,
Yep.
like that. And I'm not even trying to make a good drawing because
It still looks good.
it's
though.
impossible at this weird angle anyways.
It's funny because it doesn't even look like you're drawing at a different angle. It looks like you're drawing like where I am at.
Right? So it's like there's the silhouette, there's the framing of the face, and then there's adding depth to it. So it's starting with this concept, and then it's moving into depth.
Yep.
And so that's so incredibly useful. It can help your hair drawing so much. Thinking about things in a compartmentalized way. And so what a lot of what a lot of beginners and students will do is they'll tackle a complicated subject and they'll kind of do it all at once. It's kind of like writing a book where you try to write every chapter at the same time with one keyboard.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you jump to chapter 10. Okay, now I'm on chapter 2. Okay, now I'm on chapter 14. Okay, now I'm doing a work on the intro. Okay, now I'm going to work on chapter 8. And it's like, if you approach it in this more logical way where you compartmentalize pieces, you will immediately see a jump in the quality of your art. It's process driven. Art is so process driven.
It is really process driven. I'm
Art
actually going to experiment.
is very, very process driven. So a lot of the time you can double or triple your skill level just by following a good process.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Benji.
It's like Kevin with figure drawing.
Yeah. It is like that. It Skits Comic Benji. I feel like it is.
I think, hey, is that Benji? Hello?
Hey.
Tommy, hello?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to start with some hairstyles, some
Luna,
basic
hello?
hairstyles. Hello.
And it's Reeze? Is that how you say it?
Is it Reeze? R-E-Z-E?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it said.
Reze? Sorry,
so.
I can't really tell. Hey, Abby.
Yeah. Hey, Abby, Tori, hello. The Herta, Reina, Justine, Adrian, thank you for the follows. Iris, thank you for the follow. Rax, Eva, appreciate it.
So I think straight hair is deceptively easy.
So late. It's only 9:30.
It is only nicer. So the thing is with straight hair is that some people make it too stiff. And once again, it's not bad if your hair is too stiff. If the intention is for it to look like this, then that's totally fine. But I'm going to go in and just kind of do like a very simple, like block in really quick and just show you how much silhouette and design can affect the hair. So if you have hair that looks like this from like a flat perspective, like from a silhouette perspective, it feels very, maybe this is what your hair looks like. And you're like, why doesn't it, like, I know it's straight. Well, why doesn't it feel like flowy straight? Mm-hmm. It's because a lot of the time you're just, it's kind of, the shape is, this is what you get. There's not much nuance in the actual silhouette. It's just a straight line and some jagged edges, and that's it. Now, if that's what your intention is, totally fine. I don't care what you do. But if you want it to be more like, I want it to be flowy straight, understanding that hair isn't just like this helmet, it flows over the head. So if I were to put straight hair on Colton, and he would, I could put a wig on him. Actually, the hair, I'm going to draw on this one, would actually flow. It would follow the form of the back of the head, and then generally curve inward, then out. So now I made it a little bit more exaggerated. This straight hair can come in different varieties. They can come in very, very straight, which is a straight line, or more of an S curve, like a subtle S curve. When we get into wavy and curly hair, there's going to be more experimentation with S.
So are we talking about straight, wavy, and curly hair today?
Yeah. How to draw hairstyles?
Hairstyles. Oh, I thought you meant like wolf cut, like different cut types.
Oh. Well, yeah, I can do that too.
Yeah,
I just thought that.
Like, I mean, they're going to have different styles, right? Like,
Yeah,
the type of hair affects the style.
Yeah.
But I was more thinking like ponytail,
fancy.
bob, straight. You
Oh,
know,
okay, yeah.
You could do maybe like afros, but like.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're kind of like integrated with each other.
They are.
But you have a whole video series on YouTube about this, so I don't
do.
feel like we need to go over it. Just because if people ask, we can just send them to the video.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so maybe I feel like I'll still cover some wavy. Like if I'm gonna do curly hair, I'm gonna do an afro. But with straight hair, I know that some people were like asking about straight hair. I would go in and actually just erase the silhouette and start playing with it. I'll be like, okay, well, what if I started creating more of an S curve, like this? Oh, now that's more interesting. And what if we do that on this side? But maybe a different S curve. So maybe this one's maybe more of a stronger S curve.
Yeah.
Having that asymmetrical. Okay, we can work with this now.
And so Christina just brought up a really good point, actually. And she said the word asymmetrical.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you will notice, if you are looking closely, that this S curve on this side of the head is different than this S curve on this side of the head. You can actually find the apexes. Here's an apex, right? You've kind of got like, this is kind of a really smooth curve. We can almost say the apex is like right there, right? And then if we go to this side,
Apex is up there.
up here, and then in the middle. So if you, basically an apex is the point at which it peaks, right? It's like, it's kind of the point at which a curve peaks. And if you design a shape, how about when the hair is flowing dynamically? It's the same concept.
Same concept.
So when you design a shape, if you want it to look dynamic, this gets into the concept of dynamic and static. Unevenness, opposing apexes that are different, that will help create more dynamic, interesting shapes. And that's huge in design.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's huge.
If you're
People
talking about-
people spend years practicing to naturally draw in an uneven way where their shapes are not symmetrical.
Yeah.
Now you can draw symmetrically.
You can, for sure.
That would be like an intentional thing in order to make something more static.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, if you want to draw flowing hair dynamically, I would say learn how to draw not flowing hair dynamically first, because it's the same concept. And I feel like this is harder. I don't know how to say it. I would say drawing flowing hair dynamically is more about just following a main gesture. Like you can have, one hair that's flowing like this, and that's your main one, and then you can like just follow it into different directions. But it's harder to have a more static hairstyle that's dynamic as well at rest.
How
But
does
you can
APEC
experiment.
work when the hair is in a bun? That's a great question.
That is
You
a
wouldn't
great-
make it a perfect circle.
No, you
So
wouldn't go
can,
like-
You can design a shape that is not quite a perfect circle. So for example, you could make it a bean shape, or you could literally even just make this shape, like maybe it peaks and then it comes down and then it has like a soft swoosh. So for example, you're playing with basically these types of shapes. Most of the time you wouldn't do a perfect circle. Now, again, you can do a perfect circle, but that would be a statement that you're making intentionally. It's not, you don't have to.
And then what you can do is, let's say this is in silhouette. You can go in and say, hey, strand in here. Oh, like a little upward curve in here. This gives the silhouette and stuff like this gives information of how messy or how messily this or how neatly this hair is being tied. So if it's like completely perfect, that means it's a very neat bun. If there's like little stray strands here and there, this person probably just woke up and they're like, I have to do my hair quickly. So that's why there's a bunch of strands like this. And actually, this is where we can kind of start playing with more shapes. So let's say, hey, we got this nice curve in the hair, but the ends look kind of So what you can do now is take an eraser and just start saying, hey, maybe that's kind of an ugly shape. Maybe a larger strand here, but a smaller one right next to it, and kind of go into more of like a zigzag.
And so whoever was asking about the spike hair, you'd actually use this concept here.
Yeah.
That's spike hair. It's just at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like you could literally flip this upside down and this could be the top of someone's head.
Ah, yep.
And that would be spike hair.
Spiky hair, yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep. So this is where I'm like just playing with uneven shapes, pointed uneven shapes. Look how like fat some of these strands are, and some narrower strands like this, and it makes the hair texture feel more natural. So yeah, you can just start playing.
Can you use the front/bang/locks to help with the silhouette? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Artists take imperfections and capitalize. Yeah, I think the imperfections are what make things dynamic and interesting. That gets into the whole discussion of like static versus dynamic. And it's not that static is bad. It's just that the default without training is static. So if you've ever drawn as a kid, like all of the houses are like very symmetrical. The door's right in the middle. People default to static, and you actually have to train yourself out of it. And it's not that static is bad, because again, it can be a design tool.
It's a powerful tool.
It's a very powerful design tool, exactly.
Yeah. So here what I did is I broke up this main shape and just went in with a little swoop. So this is my main S curve, and I do a little S curve, or C curve, sorry, in here to emphasize the way how this hair is curling back.
All right, Lindsay, have a good one.
And we can even have it tucked behind the ear.
Do you draw the face first, then the hair? Either or.
Either or.
I almost always draw the head and face first, but it's because I'm doing 1,000 anime heads and I really want to practice drawing the cranium.
Yeah.
So I always add the hair after the head.
Me too.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Because I really want practice drawing that head and making sure the volume is good.
So this already looks good at a silhouette form, flat form. So then all you have to do is just start sectioning the hair. And this is the part where some people get kind of scared and they're like, oh, I'm scared to ruin my drawing. Start thinking front, middle, back. Your bangs are in the front. So generally this whole area is kind of taken up by the bangs. Generally. Because it's just, along your hairline.
Been so long since I've been on one of your lives now. Awesome. Welcome. Do you post these sheets anywhere? Yes. In our Discord server, we have a channel called Live Stream Demos.
Yep.
Live Demos. And every single sheet
that has been made ever on a live stream is there if you scroll up. And it's really good. So you can actually go to, it's kind of like the handout for class.
Yeah.
How's it going? Hey, Snaz. Welcome. Just joined. What are you guys teaching? Hair. Today is hair drawing. What about braids? We could talk about braids in a little bit.
Yeah. This is the part where people are like getting scared because they don't want to ruin the nice silhouette now. But honestly, this is where you can start deciding your own, like, how you want to organize your hair. Do you want it to be, since this silhouette is already mainly this side is dominant, I'm already designing along that shape. So that means, hey, these clumps are overlapping these clumps in the back. I've separated out these forms, and even in these like overlaps, I'm still designing the big, medium, small. So hey, like here, for example, there's like a tucked back strand right back in there. That shows a bit of depth. I can say, hey, there's a strand in here. I can decide, hey, do I want this whole clump to be the front and then all these the back side? You know, that could work as well.
Oh, thank you for the follows. Hey, Emmy, Vivi, when are you guys on live? We used to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now we mostly just do Mondays and Fridays. But today we went live. We were at class, and then we were super tired, so we took a nap, and then we woke up and ate dinner, and now we streamed. So this is kind of random.
Yeah.
Lost in thought. Both give such good, simple, clear directions. Thank you. Appreciate it. We spend a lot of time. We spend a lot of time trying to figure out more interesting and engaging ways to teach. You know, we've spent literally thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars taking classes from really high level artists, and we take all of our favorite stuff and teach it. And you know, our own practice, our own experience, bunch of classes, and we take everything we enjoy and we teach it. Most of it for free.
Yes. But we do have an anime art school as
well.
Yeah,
we do have a school online with, that's basically like a whole college with a whole bunch of classes that teaches all the fundamentals, like, you know, anatomy, perspective, clothing drawing, bunch of that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, and we'll show some images later.
Teaching can be so hard too sometimes. Oh, yeah, I mean, how many times have you had a really talented teacher, like, skill-wise, but they couldn't teach? They couldn't explain what they were doing.
Oh, my gosh, it's so hard.
Teaching is a really difficult skill, and I really respect when people put in a lot of time into figuring out better ways to explain things.
Yeah.
And just try to figure it out. Like, that's one of the reasons I like Will Weston so much, is because he's taught for like so many years, and he's always trying to figure out more clearer, simple breakdowns, more descriptive ways to explain things, better exercises. It's one of my favorite topics.
So let me think. All right.
Let's see.
And we can basically start hair just as silhouette for all these hairstyles. Any kind of hairstyle that you do.
Thank you. I'm very interested in the actual school. Oh, awesome.
Oh,
if you need a link to it, let us know. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, if you want, we can just show a little bit of images. This is what you do in the school. So we got like a bunch of classes. You know, if you're going to take the heads and faces course, which is the first class you take, we take you through a bunch of head planes and different head types, you know, drawing different features, like eyes and noses.
Yeah, this is in class 1.
This is in class 1.
Yeah, these are great. Bunch of different hairstyles all broken down as well.
Yeah. Like, just, I cover, like, the most popular anime hairstyles and even some wackier ones.
Yeah.
There's way more hairstyles than what I've shown on here. Yeah. And we also color them later. We do expressions and stuff.
Do you have a tutorial on how to draw hands? Yeah, we have a couple of them on our TikTok.
Yeah.
And you send me the link as well? Sure. I can send that. If you want the link, you can just go to drawanime.com. I can send it to you. If you want to send us a direct message and ask.
Yeah, look at all those arms.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah, if you want like hardcore anatomy and you always struggle with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna have you color code and label. This is literally the assignments that I have you guys do. So yeah.
I love it.
It's great. Hands in there as well. And you know, people were asking, or Lindsay was asking, how do I draw without guidelines? It's because I've done these a lot that the guidelines are in my head. But I generally draw with guidelines and tutorials because it's easier for people to see. Do we have to pay for it? Yes, you do.
Yes, that's the paid class.
That's the paid class.
This is the free class. Please send me the link as well. Yeah, just send us a direct message on TikTok. I can't actually message you guys.
Yeah, so anyone,
you're gonna have to send us like a message request.
Yes, anyone who wants a link to the school, you can just DM us. On TikTok.
And if you also want the link to our Discord server, you can find it on that Draw Anime page as well. It's just drawanime.com. The yellow button anime art school is the class, is the school. And then the Discord invite is in there on as well.
Guess who's here?
Hello, Poppy.
Hi, Poppy. Good girl.
So precious. The softest kitty.
So wavy hair is going to be very different than straight hair, and that's because there's actually a lot more S curves. So straight hair has a very subtle S curve, and it's you can kind of get away with very little. But with wavy hair, it can't look like wavy hair unless you got more S curves in here. So I'm gonna go in and just start by saying, hey, how? Oh, is she gonna go on there? Hopefully.
I hope so.
I hope so. By thinking, how voluminous is this wavy hair? Because wavy hair has a lot of volume. Straight hair is more likely to be thinner, and you can kind of test how thick you want the hair to be. But with wavy hair, you have to. There's rarely a time where wavy hair would be like very thin and flat.
Lindsay, it's totally up to you. You can go through one or the other first, or you can go through them at the same time.
Yep.
We designed it so it's like terms, so to go through at the same time, but it's not like this hard rule where it breaks the school if you decide to go through one class before another.
Yeah, and even the bangs are wavy, so always keep that S curve going. It's kind of like you're pedaling a bike, and you got to keep that momentum. Same thing with wavy hair. Keep the momentum of your S curves and your gesture.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Lindsay is a student in our anime art school, and so is Dahlia. Doing hair in anime art school right now. That's fun.
Awesome.
Hello. Let me look at this. I was
ahead.
going to bed. Stay up. Not anymore. Good. Learn. Staying up late to learn. Oh, Poppy. You guys have any tips on balancing life and art studies? That's a really good question, Benji.
Very good question.
I have tips on how to get good really fast. I have tips on how to stay healthy with mindset and art. Honestly, I'll talk to you sometime about it in the Discord server if you want more information. But there's kind of a lot to it. So, do you have like more specific
ideas.
questions?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got an idea. Like, how are you doing it now? Benji was one of our students, by the way. He was in our live figure drawing class. He was in our live costume drawing class. He's a good dude. Benji.
What are the tips on getting good fast? Don't think about fast. Think about
hours. It's really hours.
Yeah.
I would be patient with it, Like,
Yeah.
there's no rush.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't a rush. That's actually one of the things that healed my soul, is realizing, like, why am I rushing? Like, what am I trying to accomplish by such a short amount of time? Like, why, like, should I be focused on enjoying the process of art rather than trying to get good as fast as possible? Like, am I trying to get super good, super fast so I can impress people? Well, that's probably not a healthy way to approach art.
Now, I can understand if you, like, want to get good fast, so because you want, like, to get a career in art and you want to switch careers. That would require different.
Yeah. No, you don't have to be a certain age. We recommend at least 13, but there isn't a certain age for the classes. They're recorded, by the way, so you can go through them at your own pace.
And we make sure that everything that we draw, at least everything that I've drawn in the class, is like PG. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all have classes?
Yes, we do.
We do. Yeah, I mean, I had a really toxic relationship with art for a really long time.
Anime art school.
And really fixed it. Is there one-on-one classes? We do have mentorships. So yes, if you're interested in that, you can DM us about it. We do mentorships for serious students who really want to get better, who want some like one-on-one feedback.
Yeah. So you can just check out our classes at drawanime.com.
Yeah. And then the anime art school is the yellow button. It says anime art school. So if you're interested in like what we've been talking about, the really big program that you can go through at your own pace that has a whole bunch of classes, that's it.
Yeah. If you want something that's a bit more like less intimidating, you can also get a chibi class, which is much cheaper, but it's a very good class as well.
Yeah. This is Procreate on the iPad. Someone said Bob.
Bob cut?
I do like bob cuts.
Bob cuts,
well,
yeah, we can do.
Crap, I put our books in our car because we were showing them to our teacher.
Oh.
So I only have book volume 2.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll write a little list. We'll have a bob cut We'll have an afro, which we're gonna be doing soon. We'll have a wolf cut. You know, so we'll keep this list open for a little bit and find something interesting. But with wavy hair, notice how this one has a lot more S curves and actually a little bit of C curves. C curves a lot to like flick out the hair. So wavy hair, especially that's a bit more messy and not as like styled, will have different lengths of hair. Some of them will like curl up, some of them will go down, but most of the time you have a gesture that is going like this, wavy going downward. And then you have other strands that support that.
How much is it in a big program? $4.97. And actually, this is the last week that we're doing it. We're wrapping it up Friday. But if you do get that class, you get a watercolor of your character done live on stream, and you get both volumes of our book. Unfortunately, I have only book 2 right here. The other ones are in our car. But we have 2 published books: Anime Academy How to Draw Manga and Anime Academy How to Draw Characters. That's what it looks like.
Turn on kitty cam.
And yeah, we could turn on kitty cam. And you get them signed for free, and we mail it to you anywhere in the world as a bonus. So if you do get our Anime Art School program, this is actually the last week that this promotion is going on, so we're wrapping that up Friday. But yeah, and this is actually Katsua's character.
Yes.
This was done just on a recent stream, so this is exactly what the watercolor would look like.
Yes.
Of course, it would be your character.
It would be your character, yep.
Which is such a fun thing.
I know, I love doing this. It's so much fun doing
Can you do
these.
pixie cut?
Yes, I put it on the list.
What about when the hair is affected by wind/water?
Oh,
It would be the same concept. You would basically take that main gesture and pull it along whatever is affecting it in the direction that it's affecting it, right?
Yeah.
So like if you have wind that's blowing in one direction, all of the hair is gonna be pulled. So you're gonna take the base shape of that hair and you're gonna sort of distort it along that line, right? And so if Christina just draws a really quick indication, that's going to be kind of what she maps the hair to.
Yeah.
And then all of the details, all of the depth, all of the overlap is going to be applied to that swoosh.
Yep. You know, and also observing how hair like responds. So like some people when they have parted hair, some parts of the hair will like literally flip to the other side. So you can use that to emphasize your silhouette when you're drawing hair in the wind. And this can also work with hair underwater. This if I draw like bubbles, this is hair underwater now.
Whoa.
Wow. But if I
Wait.
draw like wind and add petals or leaves, then it looks like hair in the wind. So it's all context based. With hair in the water though, because everything's like basically like zero gravity, it has more of like a bulbous look sometimes, but it's kind of hard to tell. Like you can kind of do whatever. They'll kind of float like a jellyfish.
Any tips on how to slow down when drawing and not speed through it? Honestly, like I really just have to keep repeating to myself, like to be patient. Like I'm not in a rush, and I got into art to enjoy it. So enjoy it. So like I need to enjoy it. And like extend your timeline. Just be like, okay, I don't have to get good super fast. I'm just gonna try to make a habit out of enjoying art in general. And you know, you can set up your own art drawing schedule and all that kind of stuff. My favorite most relaxed live.
Aw, thank you.
Awesome.
We need to show Kitty Kim because
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
On the tower. This is the first time
Yes.
she's
Oh my
been here in a
gosh,
very long
bro.
time.
Kitty Cam's pointed the wrong way.
It is pointed the wrong way. Can it move up? There's Kitty Cam. Hi there, Poppy. That's cute.
Yes. Oh my gosh, bro.
It actually works, guys.
I can't believe.
We got a lot of follows. Thank you, Jay, Hala, Mac, Fu, Justin, Bastian, Dez, Luna, Danny, and Asko for the follows.
Yes, thank you very much. This is a landmark. Tori, are you here? You know how long you've been here waiting for Kitty Cam, like a legit Kitty Cam with an actual cat who's not like trying to go away? This is wild.
She's finally here.
Poppy's grooming.
So,
what about a bun that is made from a braid?
yes, I have that written down.
Braid bun?
Yeah, braid bun.
Awesome. Baby. Yes, Poppy's so cute.
I know, she is. So,
What app are you using to draw? This is Procreate on the iPad. So you'll notice that Christina is now focusing primarily on 3-dimensional volumes. And she's thinking about layering what hair clump is going into another hair clump.
This
or
takes
is
a lot
going
of
over
practice.
another hair clump.
This takes a lot of practice, by the way, in understanding design. So I don't expect you guys to have these results like immediately. I struggled so hard with hair like for a very long time, and it was only until like just drawing in a bunch that I naturally got into the flow. So this is hard, but it's very enjoyable when you actually like get the hang of it.
We don't really draw robots that much. I drew a bug dude recently.
Bug soldier.
Yeah,
Which-
I drew a bug soldier. I can bring that up if you want.
Sure.
What the heck was that? Did I send it to you?
Yeah, I have no idea. So I'm always thinking about one step at a time, right? One foot in front of the other. The crusher for a lot of beginner artists is, once again, as Colton said, is starting
There he is.
too much at once.
It's like a bug dude. That's the closest thing I got to a robot. I'm sorry.
He looks like a robot.
He's
You
kind of
can argue.
robotic.
You can argue.
Yeah.
So I think silhouette, then overlaps, then additional details that would like accentuate the form, like like these hatching bits. Like this is ending. This is the last details. This is not the beginning. This is the final details. It only just feels like interesting because it's like everything else is done. But like if you add these at the end, it just reinforces the form.
It's like a Hunter x Hunter character. Like the Chimera ant art. Kind of, yeah. Now that I think about it.
Kind of does.
Meruem.
Huh?
Meruem? Is that the guy's
Melon?
name? Meruem?
Meruem.
The turtle dude?
Meruem, yeah.
Meruem?
M-E,
Komugi?
yeah.
The bug dude is awesome. Thank you. Can you do like a buzz cut? Yes. Actually, a buzz cut would just be a bald head.
Yeah.
With a little bit of the hairline showing. And so you'd have to understand where the hairline of the character is. Now, there's different hairlines. Doesn't Connie in Attack on Titan have a widow's peak?
Connie? Who's that?
The bald guy.
Oh,
Isn't that
Attack
the
on
guy's
Titan.
name?
Oh, yeah, Connie. Yeah,
He kind of has like a bit of a widow's peak.
Actually,
I don't remember.
Maybe it looks
Maybe
like
he
this.
doesn't.
Maybe it looks like this.
I remember some bald character having like a widow's
Maybe it looks
peak.
like this. But
The Connie?
they would just like shade it. They would just take that and just shade it in gray, or like add some kind of tuft every now and then. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah.
So curly, we'll do an afro because afros are always fun to do. And this is, I think, one of the most fun ones because you can kind of go like really all out. And with really heavy, dense curls like this, look how like random my lines are. They're literally like they're just scribbles and they're all like little different size, shapes and stuff. If you have a more like even pattern like this is fine if that's your style. If you want a more natural texture, really try to randomize your forms. And also, afros are very poofy, so add extra volume. I would even make the head even smaller. Okay, for some reason, there it is. I would even make the head even smaller to make it feel more like an afro. There we go. There's that good volume.
Time to draw boxes. See you later. Awesome, Benji. Have a good one.
Bye.
Good luck. Yeah, we'll have to talk about the healthy work-life balance type thing sometime soon. Mm-hmm. We're kind of streaming about hair right now, but I'll totally talk to you about it. We'll have to join like a voice channel at the same time or something.
The best thing about curly hair like this is that it's all graphic, so that all you have to do is just make sure that everything is all selected, and then you can just go like this. An afro. Already done.
Yeah.
Every-
Very dark things
Very dark things.
do not change value very much.
Yeah.
You don't really get strong cores.
Yeah.
The darker you get, the less value change shadows are. And so now, guess what Christina's doing? The exact same thing as before, which is depth, overlaps. You see, it's always the same, no matter what type of hair you're doing, unless it's like obviously like a shaved head or something like mine. It goes silhouette, depth. The whole thing is being designed the whole time. So this is being applied to this hair, just like it was applied to this hair, just like it was applied to this hair. Overlaps create depth. One thing in front of the other. But yeah, that's nice afro.
The entirety of my FYP has become art, and I couldn't be happier.
That's
That is
great.
great. That is
The
great.
great Zambini.
I need you to tell my fortune or something.
Zambini. That would be a good fortune teller name. So with curly hair, this is the part where things get a little bit tricky because people are really tempted to do this, which is not bad if you know how to control it.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen a lot of artists that when they paint afros, they literally just go like that, but they do it in very specific areas.
Yeah. Like you can imply an afro in that way intentionally, with an understanding of how to do it. Like you could take an afro and go, I want this entire mass to be noise.
Yeah.
And then you could do it that way and it would work with the rest of the character.
Like, let me even try this because I'm kind of curious. And I'm really all about...
I would do it all in one because you're probably
in a different layer. Oh, yeah, that's right. I would do it all in a different layer.
You're going to be undoing for like an hour.
And actually, let me use a different brush because I feel like this is easier. I find that lately I've been trying to experiment more with how to like draw hair in different ways. So I'm using actually a different brush. I'm not using a super hard brush like the syrup brush. This brush is a bit more painterly. You can actually get this brush in our profile for free. It's great. It's basically the only brush that I ever use.
Look at her. She's
just,
so precious.
She's just so precious right now. Good girl. Pet her. Kitty.
Wait.
Kitty. Too bad she's only facing the back, but that's okay.
She's so precious.
She just doesn't want to
She don't
want to
turn around.
Uh-huh.
She's so precious though.
Yeah. And this is where I can start like adding in hatching. That's like curving along the cylinder. You know, that's really, really cool. And that's why I like
She's
doing
still thinking
hair
about
like this.
form.
Still thinking about form.
Still think about form. Always think about form. If you are drawing an object with form, think about form.
Yeah.
It's like if you're drawing an object that's red, use red.
Yeah.
If you're drawing an object in 3D, you're thinking about form.
Right. Like I'm thinking this is my top side, this is my bottom side. And I'm using the shadow to show that form. And right now it looks really, really messy, but you know, you get the point. It feels curly.
When does sign up end for next class and when do next class begin? We're actually not running any live classes right now. Our last set of live classes just ended on Saturday. And so I actually... Sorry, this dumb thing's making me log in. And I need to take that off of our site because our classes just ended.
Finished, yes.
But Anime Art School is open all the time. So the recorded classes you can get anytime. The live classes, we still need to plan and schedule the next set of classes. And we'd probably schedule them about 6 weeks away from when we announce them.
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks, probably more than a month, probably about a month and a half.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like if you, I think that if people do get Anime Art School, they get a discount on live classes, right?
Yep. If you have Anime Art School, we generally give a discount on any live classes that we run. We usually give what, like $100 off or something. I don't remember. It's been $100 off since for a long time. Let me
Dolly
look.
says, fingers crossed for a perspective class.
I do want to run a perspective class. Would anybody be interested in a...
Oh, it's going to be the best perspective class that you guys would ever take. You would basically not need any other perspective class. So yeah. Notice how even with my like really high density like lines, I'm still showing a cylinder. So this is what I'm seeing like just through my wireframe. This is a cylinder. This is a cylinder. It's just a very big cylinder that has a bunch of noise. And so all my shading is just emphasizing that form. Like look at where I'm placing my shadows. There's a shadow on the sides and there's a highlight in the middle. That's generally shows the cylinder. Sorry, but what do you all use for what exactly? Like program, pencil, technology, whatever? Want to work on my people drawing background? Yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. I'm going to update our page.
It's Procreate.
To remove the live classes. There we go.
Yeah, I'll keep this on because I think this is cool. You know, it looks like dyed hair. So yeah. The brush you can get in our profile. You would actually draw dreadlocks in a very similar way, Shaysa. We actually have a TikTok on drawing dreads as well. And I think I actually do... No, I actually just only covered afros for the curly hair drawing. But you would basically just draw a tube like this, and you can decide how frizzy you want it. I'll do a few versions. And dreads are just a bunch of tubes overlapping each other in different thicknesses. It really just depends if it's like naturally grown or if it's, you know, braided, right? Because I know that some people, when they naturally grow their dreads, it's like very, very asymmetrical. All the sizes are different because they're letting it grow naturally, right? But when it comes to like more neater dreads, you can just imply the cylinder through hatching. You can do this kind.
There we go. Hello, what the heck? You're live? Why are you awake? Huh?
Now, yeah, why are you awake? You can just go like this. You know, you can imply the ends and make it really messy by drawing like a little swirl in there to show that it's not evenly growing, right?
We have a whole TikTok on locks.
Yes, we do. And then what you can do is you can start fraying the edges.
If y'all want to find it.
It's all about adding the right things to show information, right? This kind of looks a little bit...
Yes. Also, by the way, chat, this is crazy important. Y'all better listen up. We do have a Discord server. It's very fun, and we announce when we go live, except during secret streams like this. And it's fun. You can share your art. You can hang out. You can talk to people. A bunch of people draw together in the voice channels. You can share your art. You can ask for help and feedback from other members and stuff. If you're interested in joining a fantastic and friendly art community, you can go ahead and send us a direct message, ask for the Discord invite. Otherwise, you can find the Discord invite on our site, drawanime.com. And it's totally free. You can join, hang out, and it's a lot of fun. And then you'll also be equipped to join OC drawing, which is when your OCs get drawn and they get rolled. There's a special channel opens up, and you could get your characters drawn for free. Here's a bunch of characters from the past.
In watercolor. Actually, we need to finish this page. We need 2 more rows.
Yes.
Or 3. I don't know how many we do. But
yes.
it's a fun event.
Yeah, so if you're interested in joining an awesome art community, you can join our Discord server for free. Just go ahead and send us a direct message and ask for the invite.
All right, we'll do another hairstyle.
Thank you, Dahlia.
Wolf cut. Wolf cut's one of my favorites because my OC Ray has a wolf cut. She has a worse. It's not like a. Well, I've been drawing it more shaggier lately, but this is what it looks like, and it's a very particular shape. It's very difficult because if you don't get the shape right, it doesn't look like a wolf cut anymore, and it's very particular. But it can also look very like kind of rebellious hairstyle, which I really like. Let's use.
Poppy, you're so cute. I just want to
be good girl.
So
look at her little foot.
I know her little cute little. Will this be up on YouTube? Yes, it is. It's already on YouTube. You can go to our channel, Draw Anime Academy. We are live on there, and the VOD will be up forever.
Yep.
You can go back and watch it as many times as you want.
So the part where people get really messed up with wolf cuts is the silhouette. Silhouette. It really, really, really tapers towards the neck, like really strongly. Like this is how it curves. It curves like kind of smoothly and then sharp turn.
You know, it kind of points at the center of the clavicle.
It points to the center of the clavicle generally. Now that of course depends on, like, there's multiple ways to style a wolf cut, but for the most part, it comes out like a mushroom, then sharpens, and then frays at the bottom. That's a wolf cut shape.
No joke, we should play Expedition again. Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be really fun.
Dang, we haven't played in forever, have we?
Yeah, and it is Friday.
I could literally just
it's not
play.
Friday. What am I
I could
talking
just
about?
play during stream right now if I wanted to.
You could, but then
just-
you'd leave me alone. But then you mean
Would
leave
that
me?
be so funny? Like to play Expedition during stream with some people in the chat.
While
I don't
we
have
teach?
Roblox on this computer, do I? No, I don't.
You know,
I have to
and
install it
some
and
people
log in.
like to draw like these really curled bangs.
I'll install Roblox on this computer and log in sometime, and then we'll play it during stream.
I like to draw these really curled, messy bangs to go with the wolf cut. That's like notice how like messy my ends are. Perfect for this haircut. It's meant to look shaggy. It's meant to look messy. So you don't need to draw any neat edges at all. So
What's
actually,
your names? I am Colton.
and my name is Christina.
Kurutsutenachan.
Koruton-kun.
Where's a good place to start? I feel like there's too much to learn. Start what?
Art drawing.
Like, what are your goals? First off, start what? Probably drawing, right? And secondly, what are your goals? Because do different stuff. You'd practice different stuff depending on your goals. Like generally you'd practice foundation, but you'd focus on different foundations depending on what your end goals are.
Yeah.
Like I had a buddy who wanted to get hired at Blizzard, and so he focused almost exclusively on character design, anatomy. He took a bunch of mentorships with people, took a bunch of classes, and then he did. He got hired on Overwatch 2.
Yep.
As a character designer.
You know what I was just thinking, Colton?
Carlotta's hairstyle from Wuthering Waves. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what that looks like.
You make perfect messy. Yes, it's like messy in quotes because it's like it's so it's kind of like in a movie when somebody cuts their hair with kitchen scissors and then they shake their head and it's like this beautiful hairstyle. Like that would never happen.
That would never happen. It's perfect messy.
It's like artistic mess.
Yeah. But like people don't really bat an eye to it because it's like it's messy enough and like if you explained it, it could happen. Like actually there was one of the Discord members has actually cut her own wolf cut and it looks like it's been styled perfectly at a hair salon and it's actually like insane.
Yeah. How do we draw?
What's our setup?
That's a video. Oops. I accidentally took a video of it, but this is what our setup looks like. So we have camera in front of us, and then we have a camera, an overhead camera that looks down at the iPad. And so that's our setup. Look, there's a muscle dude. Anyways, yeah. So we have a 2-camera setup, and they're both feeding into OBS. And then OBS is throwing that over to the TikTok streaming app.
And then, overlaps. And this, with this wolf cut, you can actually like start. Okay, so this is what messed me up a lot when I drew hair. I used to think that I had to like draw every outline like this, where like I had to account for every single overlap, and then my drawing looked like that, and it's like, eh. So what instead you can do is you can draw your main clumps first. Especially this will work especially for bangs. Draw your main clumps first. Figure out your overall overlaps and your shapes, and then what you can do is you can literally just add overlaps on top. Oh, one strand on top here, one strand on top here, and another strand on top here. And now people will look at your hair drawing and be like, how did you do that? How did you add those overlaps? And I was like, you just start with one and then you go and overlap the others. That's
Peach Cooper, did that answer your question? Wow, is that expensive? Kinda. We do this for a living.
Yes.
And we've been streaming for over a year now. But if you want like a super mega cheap version, mobile phone. We used to just have a mobile phone like that was grabbed by like a little phone grabber, and we would just stream like this. And we grew our channel like 100,000, not 100,000 followers, like like 50,000 followers or something just by streaming on the phone. And it's you can totally do it. Like once you hit 1,000 followers, you can apply to go live. But I would say Christina and I kind of have an advantage because we're 2 people, so one person can draw and one person can talk. So my biggest advice for streaming is it's all about the viewer experience.
Yes.
It's not about the streamer, it's about the viewer. Try to make sure you're answering their questions. Try to make sure you're entertaining and engaging. It doesn't have to be super fancy, just because what a lot of people do is they just hit the live button and they just draw quietly. And they're like, why am I not growing? It's totally fine to do that, by the way.
Yeah.
But you won't grow very fast because if you go to someone's stream and you're just watching someone draw, like you could just go to YouTube and watch like a speed
Let's draw
paint or
videos.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of that technique. Got a small art block. No.
No, it's okay, Jenny.
Channeling energy your way. How do you draw feet?
If you draw Ray, you won't get art block.
Do we have a foot TikTok? Probably.
Actually, I don't.
Yeah, we do.
We actually do.
Do you feel like you're drawing with your foot? I remember that.
Yeah.
Do you guys stream on other apps? Yes, we're live on YouTube right now. We are on YouTube. We have a channel. Actually, a secret that nobody here knows about and nobody else in the world knows about. There's actually a new video on drawing great poses that's scheduled to go up tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yeah, this is our YouTube channel. Draw Anime Academy. And then there's the video. There's the live right now. So that's the thumbnail.
I think I like how that one turned out.
Last stream was on cell shading.
Maybe we'll do a Miki thumbnail later. We've been doing Miko.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of Miko.
I like that hair, so.
Look at all these.
Like.
Live stream, anime hair, how to cell shade, how to draw characters in perspective, how to draw extreme perspective, how to draw clothes, how to draw anatomy, how to draw anime heads at any angle. And then that's after we started making thumbnails because we were lazy. But we don't talk about those older streams.
Ginny, not just drawing Ray to get rid of Rock, drawing Ray and Miki would be great.
Yes, that'd be great.
I'm kind of a little bit starved for some fan art, but that's
What do you call the gray thing? Huh?
Oh, you mean this? All this gray stuff? It's a silhouette. I started with silhouette and I just used gray for the heck of it. You can use any color that you want. What anime or mangas have you guys worked on? We don't work on any mangas or animes. We just draw for fun. Well, we do have a story in our book 2 that we made characters for that we do want to make into a manga sometime. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I have it.
Oh.
So let me see here. Where is it? Where is this guy?
Yeah. My background is in game art, so I was a concept artist that worked on video games. So I've worked on a bunch of games, but not any animes or mangas or anything.
So this was a fake anime poster that we made for.
Yeah, but this is our story.
This is one of our stories.
Yeah, we have a couple stories, but this is one.
We have a couple stories in mind. We haven't done anything with them yet. But yeah, this is about a kid who's actually the future mafia boss, but he doesn't know it. And Victor is the janitor, and he's protecting him, and he's like the mafia's right-hand man. She's here to assassinate and find out who the mafia leader is. And there's this whole conspiracy happening within the school.
I love the name of it. It's so funny. So you're telling me this snot-nosed brat is the future mafia boss? It's like a play on those really, really long, ridiculous titled. But yeah, this is book volume 2. You can actually grab this on Amazon. It teaches you how to design characters, and it's really fun.
Yeah. I love it. Every time I think about the story, I'm like, hee hee hee. I'm like,
yeah.
You know. And
what app? It's Procreate. What games have you worked on? A lot of different games. I worked on Outriders. I worked on Guild Wars 2, PUBG. I was a freelance concept artist, so I worked on a lot of different games because contracts are generally pretty short. But I did Bakugan cards at one point. What else? You work on so many projects. Let me think. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Anthem. I didn't work on Dead by Daylight. I actually sent that one to my brother.
We'll do a braided bun next. I don't exactly know what... well, braided bun, high or low braided bun is perfectly fine. Either way. I'll do a low braided bun. One, it depends on the frequency of your braids. So, like, I'll just draw a few here. You know, do you want, like, braids that are, like, micro braids? If so...
Can we see how to do your hair? It's almost similar to buzz cut. But you still have texture? Oh, my hair. I thought you meant Christina's hair earlier. That's a very... Thank you for asking, honestly. I feel like my hair doesn't get enough attention. Well, sometimes it gets too much attention, but not in the right way.
Jokes. Let me think. Okay, let me draw a guy's head first because I
draw like a lot really... Like, draw me.
I'll draw you.
Draw me like a DC character or something. Oh, really handsome, big jaw. What?
Okay, let me try to draw it. If I remember correctly. It looks like this.
Hey, Tira, long luscious locks. Your hair. Hello, YouTube chat. Hello, Jeannie. Are you planning on releasing a book 3? We actually do have a book 3 planned, but I'm telling you, they take like a year to make. They take a really long time.
DC characters kind of look like this. You know, they got some jaw lines and kind of look like that.
Nice wide mouth.
Nice wide mouth. Hold up. It's kind of hard to draw in this style a little bit because I need to actually have a good reference, but it's good enough.
Give me like those under eye, like those eye creases, the Itachi ones. There you go.
Oh, those piercing gaze.
Steel gray eyes.
Steel gray eyes, yep. Well, technically, you could pull off those gray eyes. Oh, brother. So, let me think. Okay, so buzz cut like Colton's. It's all about, like, value. So, understanding where your hairline is. Now, if you're going to draw actually Colton's hairline, he has a receding hairline.
No. Yeah. If you're going to draw actual me, it'll look like this.
Look like a grandpa. I'm trying, grandpa.
Just keep digging.
Keep digging.
I'm tired of digging, Grandpa.
So actually, male hairstyles or male and female hairlines kind of look like an M. I can't really draw it very well, but I need to actually study it more. It kind of looks like this. So if you get that and put that on your head, you can have like a kind of tapers into like the brow ridge or the temple.
Look how precious Poppy is tonight.
What the heck? I need a pet her. Hold up. Actually, no. I have to continue this.
Gotta lock in.
I gotta lock in.
I'll just
I'm
take a
sorry.
picture of her for chat. I'll take a picture of her cute side.
Poppy, cute side.
Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty.
She's zonked out.
Yeah, she's totally tired and zonked.
Oh, look at the precious
There she is.
baby.
And then you guys can see her back.
Bun Butterbean. I love that name.
She's facing
She's
away.
so calm right now.
I mean, yeah, she's sleeping.
I know, but what I mean is like, I've never seen her like actually just chill for a very long time. And that's okay. So now you have your hairline, right? And all you have to do now is shade it. You can shade it like pretty evenly. Like you can decide like how you want to shade it. Some people shade it like going up and down in an even motion, which is totally fine.
How did she keep it in the lines?
Oh, I don't know.
Dahlia with a $5 super chat. We are so appreciative of all you do. Thank you for all you do to help people learn and grow in art. Chat by Enemy Art School if you can.
Thank
It is a
you.
great school. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dahlia.
Struggle proportions on faces. Any advice and tips? Divide in halves. We actually cover a lot. If you want like instant information on it, we have a video on how to draw heads, which does cover proportions, so you can check that out. I think it's draw heads in 15 minutes.
The heck? Where are we in this? Sectioning
Oh,
hair design, wrapping hair over the head.
We kind of been
We
like
could talk
talking
about
about
wrapping the hair over the head.
yeah. Oh, I was actually gonna talk about braided buns.
Okay.
And then yeah. So braided buns, if you want to go like micro buns, micro braids, you can like draw some tubes that are like close together, and then you can add like little indentations.
We guys cover composition / thumbnails sometime soon. We could. That is fun.
That's actually a great idea. You know, you can just add texture like that. You know, just if you squint your eyes, it feels like tiny braids. Another kind that you can do is, you know, something more elegant and larger. So I would say think about the thickness of your braid. You know, does it wrap around like this? And then you can add in your braid texture. So understand that with braids, there's always these bumps. Actually, a great example would be looking at Frozen. Anna and Elsa's braid buns are great to look at. You can look at how they're wrapped. But always make sure that there's these bumps.
Does anybody want to see Toby? Anybody want to see little baby Toby?
And
He's
then
not a baby anymore.
Not
He's
a baby anymore.
Fatty. He's not fat.
So then you have like maybe one braid that's like really really obvious, and then maybe the braids underneath you just show this. You just show these curves like that, and it gets smaller as it, you know, turns away from us. You can also add like, you know, an extra hair like clump that isn't a braid, and that'll work. And so we can take this concept and put it in here. So if you want to draw like a braided bun with bangs, you know, maybe we'll have like, you know, some hair strands that go and flow towards the bun. So we have this one main clump, and then we have a lot of other clumps of hair that flow like an S curve. So this is like wrapping around the form, right? So when you're wrapping around the form for like braids or ponytails, mimic the form of the wireframe of a sphere, right? Because a sphere has a lot of lines that go around, like basically just a bunch of circles wrapping around the form. So you're basically mimicking this shape, but using hair strands instead. But you can also use S-curves.
Toby. That's a precious baby.
So look at that. Wrapping around the form. And then you can tuck these hair strands into braids by layering them if you want. And always make sure that when you're drawing the braids, you're not drawing like a straight braid like this. This is not wrapping around the form. This is wrapping around the form, where you are actually curving the braid around. So notice how all these go around and around. He's such a precious baby.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like doing this, huh?
Sometimes he doesn't care, like now.
Hi there. Here's kitty number 2.
Kitty number 2. Oh, he's so tired. He's so precious.
I need a pet Poppy really quick.
There you go.
He's so cute.
Cat break.
Cat break. You're weird to hold. There we go.
Kitty.
He's now curious.
Okay.
What's going on? All right.
Scoot 'em.
I
Good
cover
boy.
a lot of these different hairstyles in our anime art school. It's like super extensive. I can't cover all hairstyles today, unfortunately, but
That's a good one.
all right. So then, wrap around, and just continue that pattern. And then just make sure that towards the edge of the braid bun, you get these bumps.
When I draw, my hand touches the screen, it messes up how How is she resting her hand on the screen? I have no idea. It happens to me too. For some reason, with Christina, it doesn't happen. With me, Procreate like freaks out.
It's funny. All right, so there's a braided bun, pixie cut. Actually, I want to talk a little bit about wrapping hair over the head. So I like to think of, if you draw flowers, it's kind of a similar concept. It's like, think of it like you got a little X on your head. And then this is where you planted a seed in the head. And then so what happens is a plant starts growing, or like grass starts growing. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? Maybe you have like a row of seeds kind of going along like this. And so then what happens is your hair goes around your head in a circular motion. Maybe there's a cowlick. And then for the bangs, it goes over the hair like that, or it goes over the head. And then you just start saying,
This is
hey.
catchy. What the heck? When did I add this?
So these are like your side parts of your hair, and that clump goes around your face. Your bangs kind of go towards the front, and that curls in front like this. This is the wireframe.
I think this is the song I said in the beginning of stream that I didn't like.
Really?
I think so. Maybe not.
And then this is where you would start seeing hairlines. And actually, when it comes to drawing hair from the top, you'll get this kind of texture.
Get a glove for it. That's not a bad idea. Having like one of those gloves that just goes on your pinky and ring finger. That's a
Yeah.
good solution. I have one. I forgot about it.
It makes me look so
You'll get this for the back part of your hair, like the. So you have your bangs in the front, and you got your side parts, and then the back, or like the very top, can either go in like a zigzag
Well, that's
motion.
top view.
That's the top view. Yeah, sorry.
Ears.
Yeah, I'll do ears here,
There you go.
top. So you can either go like it's completely straight, or and that way you have this kind of effect, or you can go more zigzaggy, which will be a little bit harder, but you can kind of finesse it by overlapping like this. See, that feels more zigzaggy. This feels more straight.
I'm proud to announce that I've started on my 1,000 heads again. I'm at
Really?
255. I drew Mickey's last night.
Mickey, that's a good one. Look. Okay, show.
You like these ones?
Yeah. Here,
254.
he's wrapped those lines around the head. He understands the form of a sphere, and he's basically using that wireframe and using the hair to describe it instead. And he actually, interestingly enough, when he made the back of the hair, or the back of the head, it's not a perfect circle. It's actually a little bit squarish on the bottom, which
Yeah.
actually works really, really well for ponytails like
Yeah, I'm
this.
accounting for the gravity at the bottom of the ponytail.
Yes.
Or the bottom of like this
So,
area.
yeah, so what happens with ponytails?
Wait, there's another one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like this one better.
Oh, you do?
I mean, I like the face better.
Oh, I like the face
I
one
think
on the
it's
I like face on the both ones. Yeah, it's cute. Oh, I like that. That's very nice. I kind of like the face on this one. She looks more bratty.
Yeah.
This one is like cute, but it's cute too. I like it. So with ponytails, you can go very, very tight, which is all the hair is basically, there's no looseness. It's just super tight, which will hurt a lot. If you want something a little bit more relaxed, then you would add a bit more weight, so it would actually look a little bit squarish, just like that. A little bit of droop.
I used to have a ponytail, and when I was done having my hair in the ponytail, if you can believe it, Chad, I used to have a ponytail. If you can believe it. And man, like I got like it'd be so tight because it was like one of those tight ponytails. And then when I let it out of the ponytail, it was like my scalp was like.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry, that is kind of funny.
It was so painful.
So you also get a hump, like right up in here because there's a bunch of volume in like the bangs, and so draw a little hump, then swoop it to the back. That's a nice accelerated curve. Then there's this.
You like drawing with syrup sometimes?
I do. It's actually fun. Really fun. It's a fun texture. So all these
texture.
That's funny.
That's horrible. I mean, something about it looks kind of neat though. It's almost like drawing in like MS Paint or something.
It is kind of like that, but like nicer. Thank you for the follow, Chris.
Yes, beloved Raven, Christy Nyanya. Yandre's Basement, Angel, Victor, Ali, Chris, Ches. I love food. Same here. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. How is everybody doing? There must be a good number of new people here.
Yeah.
Who here, if you are here listening to this message and you are alive and conscious and this is your first time, give me a hi in chat and I'll call you out.
And for those who are watching, and haven't clicked into the stream, say hi to lurkers.
Allie, hello. Arlette, is that how you say it? Arlette, hello. Mary, Ginny, Angel, Tabby, Alyssa, Shu, beloved Raven, Chris. Awesome. Arlette, that's a nice name.
Yeah, I like that.
Freelance digital artist too. Awesome.
Awesome. It's Jade Studio. Oh, how fun.
Ooh, very fun.
I want to check it out.
What kind of digital art do you do? Vigo, Razzle and Dazzle. Thank you for the follow.
I also got some on
Orchid.
YouTube.
We've got Retake, Gwendy, Toxic Siren.
Ooh, seen your videos here and there, but new to the live. I hope that you are enjoying it.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I really hope
hello.
you're enjoying it. Orchid Elzite. Is that how you say it? Welcome,
Elzite.
welcome. Not new, but silent follower. Awesome.
Thank
We always
you.
appreciate it. Too lazy to type.
Well, you typed.
Pixie Lover, Cheeseburger, hello. So many new people. Yes,
Yeah.
awesome.
Awesome.
Let me refresh. 27, there we go.
Yeah.
What other topics of live streams do you guys want to see? This one is how to draw hair. We've done a bunch. I mean, we've done tons and tons of live streams over the last year, but we're actually starting to organize our live streams a lot more and make thumbnails and stuff for them. We've done hair, cell shading, characters in perspective, extreme perspective, clothes, anatomy, heads from any angle. Have a good night. Any tips for drawing braids?
Braids. This is my preferred way to draw braids because it's super easy. All you have to do is just draw a marshmallow twist, and that's a very all you have to do is draw a marshmallow twist. So you draw like a little toothpaste shape, and you just repeat that over and over and over. This is one side of your braid. The other side of your braid is basically the same shape, but it's like a little bit, it's more of like a simpler curve like this. And what I do is instead of meeting this directly in the middle, I end it just before it reaches this
Hold on, let me try that. So it looks like this, and it's like this, kind of. Hold up. So it's an S curve that hooks down, and then this one's like that.
Yeah.
And then this one comes out.
And you just repeat it.
Like that?
Yep. It's like wringing a towel out.
All right. And then this one is like that.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, like that. There, we got a braid.
Oh, wow. It worked.
It did work.
Chat, it worked.
Chat, it worked.
See, what I look for when I'm looking at this is I'm actually looking at where the apexes are. I'm treating each individual line because like I didn't really know how to draw braids, right? But looking at Christina's, I'm looking at this line here. Like this. Like I got my apex kind of towards the top, right?
And then the one on the other side, I got the apex towards the bottom, so it's down here. So it's like that. And that's what I looked for when I was trying to draw the braid that Christina drew.
You actually drew a more interesting braid than mine. I think yours looks more unique.
It's
Mine-
because the struggle. The struggle made it worth it.
So it's like toothpaste, right? It's this shape right here. You put toothpaste, put it on a toothbrush.
It's like Mushu's toothpaste.
Yeah.
What did he use toothpaste anyways? Did he kiss something?
I don't know.
When did Mushu
Oh!
use brush his teeth in Mulan?
Like, was he in like the men's bath or something? Or like, I don't exactly remember.
I remember him having this of toothpaste, and he's like, we should watch Mulan, dude. Look at the baby. He knew we were talking about him. He's like,
Do that again on the camera.
no.
Look at it.
I will not humiliate myself.
Baby number 1. That's so sweet. But anyways, yes, that's how you do a braid. Fishtail braids, you can then start like making them more curved like this.
Different body types? That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea for a different stream. And actually for fishtail braid, I would actually use more of like a rhombus shape, but that's slightly curved. So like this side will be sharp, this side will be curved, and I would just use that same thing. And rather than have, okay, so this is to keep in mind about these kind of braids. They're zigzaggy, so they don't go like this. This is not how to do the braid. Don't make them end at the same point. So think of it like
Serratus interior.
it's a serratus interior.
Yeah, chat. All you have to do is draw them just like a serratus interior, and now you know how to draw braids.
And then what you do is then you start overlapping.
That's why Mushu brushed his teeth. What was it? I don't see your last message.
Maybe it was blocked somehow.
Maybe it was blocked.
Yeah, and I didn't do it like super good. It's still kind of like really janky, but you get the point, you know. It's okay. Some people like to draw zigzag first, and then they just connect the lines like this.
It's literally what I was talking about. Is literally this muscle right here.
Yeah.
The serratus interior. She was kind of drawing
Interlocking it, yeah.
that. Trusted interlocutors. That's why Mushu brushed his teeth. That's the only message I see from you. Because he bit someone's behind in Mulan when they were bathing. Okay.
That's funny.
That's funny.
I'm here for like 5 minutes, and I feel like I learned a lot. That's awesome. Good job. I mean,
Okay.
good job. I'm glad we did a good job. Sort of.
Good job learning.
Good job learning.
I love it.
Yeah, I didn't even know how to like what to say.
Loving the lives. Like seeing you like on TikTok, but search you up on YouTube. You're live here as well. You prefer here over TikTok? Awesome.
Oh, okay, awesome. Oh, look, a bun.
That looks like Rin's.
It does look like Rin's
Literally
bun.
like
Rin from Laid Back Camp.
Shimarin.
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 I love her. She's so cute.
Nadeshko's
Nadeshko.
hair is so long, dude. Their hair is also long.
All the hairstyles except for Enna and
Anybody here watch Laid Back Camp?
so good.
We
I gotta get
we
more
just
water.
got through season 1, 2, and most of 3. We'll watch like one episode before we go to bed at night a lot of the time. Bro. Can you draw Asta La Vista? I have no idea who Asta is. I'm sorry. I'll if you get bored, I'll show you some of my anime art, chat. If you're bored without Christina, here you go. Here's some of my 1,000 heads challenge that I've been working on. This was 137. There's 140, 143, 146. I don't have any of my like after 200 done. There's Abby. This is my character Abby. There's Miki. Are these more of them? Yeah, there's more. Here's Miki.
I love that one. That one's so
You like
cute.
that one?
That one's a very successful drawing. I still like that one a lot.
Miki. This one's kind of like a Reiki.
Reiki.
This is
Reiki.
Jake. June. Here's a character I came up with as well, Maddie.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Madison.
Madison.
Oh, that's
There's some others at the bottom. These are a mixture of like partially referenced and from imagination. There's Miki again.
Mm-hmm. I
Miki.
feel like you would draw that I feel like you would draw that
Oh, there's-
expression differently this time.
Would I? Yeah, a little
You
bit.
would make her eyes like more wide.
Yeah, I would. I legit would.
I feel like back then you were kind of more timid with these expressions.
Yeah, there's
no.
I tried to draw Miki upside down. And yeah, if you want to see, it's funny because the eyes are very symmetrical and everything's symmetrical. It's just upside down. So bad. There's Miko and Abby. And she said, oh no, I forgot to bring my pencil. Don't worry, Pookie, I brought two. And she's like, Pookie, Pookie. And then she's got her two pencils.
Two pencils.
These are two of my characters. Miki.
Well, Miko's our character.
Miki.
Abby's your character, and Miki is your
Yeah.
character.
What are these? Oh, I drew Sakura a bunch. Sakura. I'm not looking at chat at all. I'm just scrolling around.
I see a lot of people struggle with same face syndrome. I never have same face syndrome. When I try to redraw a character, I feel like they look completely different. Okay, I draw, just continue drawing that same character over and over and just studying on getting their facial features right. I have a character that I draw all the time, and I've drawn her for years and years and years, and back then, like, you could kind of tell that I was trying to get the look, but I always kept failing. That was because I didn't really understand. But now, after drawing her for so long, I'm like, oh, that's her specific eye shape. Oh, that's her specific nose shape. That's her specific mouth shape. And that's her specific head shape. So a lot of it just comes with memory when it comes to drawing faces the same way. So I would say draw how you imagine your character the way you want it to be, like, replicated, and use it as a reference sheet and be like, I'm going to use this eye shape and stuff like that. So that helped me a lot when it comes to drawing the same face.
Oh, I remember this one.
What? It's silly.
There's a lot of them.
I love this one.
You like that one? Abby plus Miki? Question mark.
She's so cute.
Love laid back camp. Oh yeah. How would you draw a front view of mohawk hair?
Oh, it depends on what the mohawk looks like, but
Yeah, it depends. Like, honestly, I would probably...
that's what I imagine Jessica to look like.
Like, what I would do, if I were to draw a front view of mohawk hair, like, how I would approach it three-dimensionally, is I would probably draw it like a box in a front view. So this would be the side, right? And then the front would look like this. And then I'd probably have, a couple strands of hair coming off like this. And I'd focus on trying to get a couple of overlaps up here. And then you'd probably have some like that. And then this would overlap right there as well. So that would kind of be like the top of the head.
And then you would go in.
One of the ways to make hair or make things look good is by really, really, really trying to emphasize the three-dimensional aspect. So I'm going to find any excuse that I can to hit those overlaps, right? It's like what we were talking about earlier in stream right here. The way to achieve depth is by using overlaps.
Yeah.
So if I'm drawing everything where it's flat and lined up along one surface, it's not going to look like it has a lot of depth. And so I'm going to take that base shape of the mohawk, I'm going to break it down into like the main forms, which is kind of like this chunk of a disc.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to overlap it with the front of the head as it goes behind it.
Yeah. And then there's different ways to style it. Some people you can have something that's more like a flame.
Yep. There's so many ways that you can style it.
There's so many ways that you can style it. But it's the same concept, There's also ones that are more like, let me think. Oh, ones that are more like this. Tucking back into the hair.
And then you just basically make variations based on like
this concept.
That concept, yeah. You can make it like a really, really consistent and like a wedge, almost like a groomed hedge outside. Or you could make it really wavy and with really big spikes. But all of it would basically be based on like this overlapping concept. Interesting songs. I didn't draw any mohawks. I remember this one.
Yes, I like how this little lecture page looks.
Same face syndrome. What I do to try and break up faces and make them differently and differentiate them
is really pay attention to the shapes that are being used. You really pay attention to the shapes that are being used for the face. What does the nose look like? What shape exactly is the eyes? So I got a picture of Miki right here, and I've got a picture of Abby right next to her. And you can see Miki, big, round eyes.
With the sharp edges.
With sharp edges. Abby, flat on top, and then it kind of hooks around. And she's got this very specific shape of the mouth that she makes. So these characters,
eyebrow shapes.
even though they're both around the same age,
and same type of face type.
yeah, and the same face type, they're very, very clearly different characters.
I love this one so much.
You like this one?
Yeah.
With the Abby?
I feel like that could be I feel like you should make a proper character sheet for her and add this
Yeah.
one.
And see, I drew Faye as well, which is
Where
one
was
of
the
the
ring
characters
one that
from our books.
you drew?
Is it in this set? This
No,
one?
it's not. Oh, that one's good too, but the other one, the newest one that you did of her.
And like, here's a bunch of male faces and experimenting with the jaw lines and all kinds of stuff. You know, some of these are from reference, some of them are from imagination. Here's Victor, one of the characters from our book.
Yeah.
I think I made his eyes actually a little bit big here. I tend to make guy eyes big because I draw a lot of girls.
Yeah, I do that too.
And then understand where you usually get, there's like Boa Hancock.
Ooh.
Understand, oops, that's not a face, that's old concept art. There's some of Tofungus's characters.
Where the heck is that drawing of yours?
You know. How do you know where to place eyes?
It's usually, oh, there it is. Ooh, it's so good. That's another one that of Colton sketches that he did of my character.
Oh.
I like this one.
You
It
like
looks
that one?
good. When I saw it, I was like, who is this girl? And I'm like, oh, it's Ray. It's like, oh, okay, well.
What about that other one next to
The
it?
other one is cute too.
Like a bad one?
That's
Oh,
like
there's
a
that
no,
one.
it's not a bad one. It's a more whimsical expression, which I actually do like. It's cute. So placing the eyes. I guess we can talk about that a little bit. I find that eyes are more of like a range. So you can kind of do whatever you want as long. So this is the safe range. Anywhere between this distance, whether if it's tiny or large. Wow, that was
Yeah.
kind of creepy. Will be good.
I find, me personally, because I've really been focused on this, because I'm really trying to get better at drawing anime heads. Yeah, like, you know, like when the head comes down and there's the brow ridge and then the cheekbone, like, kind of comes out. I find that I'll usually end the bottom of the eye at around where that turn takes place. And then I'll sort of just make it as big as I want on top. And so a lot of my eyes, I'll end right about there. I can't actually tell what I'm drawing.
Here, I'll do it.
No, I'm determined. Yeah, my eyes are weird at this angle.
I can do it. Colton likes to draw the pupils or the irises first, and then he draws.
Yeah, I tend to draw the irises first.
I like drawing this first
But,
because then I can decide how much of the iris I want to show later.
Yeah.
And then eyebrows are on the forehead area. Eyes look good, tend to look better when they are before the nose ends. So where this is where my nose is. If it starts going past the nose, no. If it's too far away from the nose, no. Especially for for this kind of character. Like, look at this. If I take these eyes and I move them like way, way high, now that looks kind of wrong. You know, it's not an anime character anymore.
That
It's
looks like the character I drew upside down.
yeah, a little bit. So I would say play around, actually. Like I would even say don't be afraid to try to test the limits of how big or how small you can place the eyes. Because some people think like, oh, you have to place the eyes in this specific area, when in reality you can kind of place it wherever you want. Because I can make these eyes like way smaller and maybe place them like a little bit lower, and it wouldn't really make that much of a difference. It'll still look fine.
I don't know how we got onto the topic of eyes. I just realized.
Oh, that's fine. There's someone's just asking.
But yeah, that helped me a lot with eyes.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
How would you do really dynamic flowy hair? Oh, that's a great question.
I
Really
got
dynamic
some
flowy
stuff
hair.
on this as well.
You can do it if you want,
Sure.
because you're good at it. You're getting really good at it.
I can just draw something quick. I'm not gonna draw for a really long time. really dynamic, flowy hair, it's really just the same thing as before. So if I were to draw really, really dynamic, flowy hair, let's just say there's so much stuff around here, dude.
Yeah. You can take that shape out. Whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All
All right.
Take this bogged shape. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
There we go. I'll just chuck all these down here. Dynamic flowing hair. I'd create a dynamic curve first, and then I would flow that hair along that. So say, for example, I want to like do something maybe up and to the left, right? So I'll create maybe a curve, like an arrow. And then I'll probably make like another couple lines that really flow along this. So I'm just kind of creating like this.
Energy.
Energy. Yeah. Energy.
Energy.
Right? Like that. Like that. So you've got like this really strong kind of S-curve gesture here that's obviously pointed towards, it kind of swoops up and around, right? And then all I would do is I would do what we've been talking about the whole stream along that energy. And every single line that I would draw would be subordinate to, or to use a different word, would be assisting this purpose. It's like a whole bunch of people working together to build one building, right? I wouldn't want any of the people tearing down a wall while I'm trying to build a building. Mm-hmm. So if I'm drawing a line that goes like that, that's tearing down a wall. It's not building the building, right? And now you can have like little offshoots and stuff.
But that
I
has
would
to
even
serve
say,
it has to serve the overall gesture.
Yeah. And so like already this is kind of feeling
good.
This is kind of feeling like hair to me. And so then I would really just take it and kind of break this up into my main design principles, which is big, medium, small, close together, far away. I would create overlaps. I would have, hair coming over and overlapping and going in front, say. Like that. And now this could be anything. Someone could be grabbing the hair. The girl's head could be over here. The girl's head could be right here. And that could be the side of the hair. Like, it doesn't matter where the head is. Like, it could be a guy, honestly.
It could be.
Right? It could be something like that. Dynamic flowing hair, right? Or you could literally have the head right here. Like, it doesn't matter, right? Because if the shape works, it works. And then at this phase, I could put the head anywhere I want because I still haven't brought out, right? And then I would probably have this all going into this direction. So it kind of works both ways, right? Right or left. And so I would think purely from a design standpoint in the beginning. But I like to think about design as you're building a house and all of your little hair strands are helping build the house. One is painting. One is nailing in boards. One of them is putting up, boards or whatever. One of them is doing this. And so it's like there's like the foundational gesture and then everything's assisting that. And I don't want any of my little hair strands breaking that house down because that's when you're going to start getting conflicting shapes that don't feel quite right. And a lot of the time what you can do is you could put like little spots of color and interest. Like, let's say I say, okay, I'll have a little bit of ambient occlusion right there as my eye travels down this path. So here's the line that my eye follows, that red line. And then along that red line, I'm going to give you little pieces of candy. Ooh. And those little pieces of candy could be dark spots. There's ambient occlusion.
An accelerated curve that's like nice and juicy.
Here's a little piece of candy. There's a dark spot. Maybe we'll give you a little piece of candy at the end here. I like to think about it like pieces of candy, right? Right? Here's a little piece of candy along this curve.
I actually like to imagine the hair flowing like in terms of like animation in my head. Like I imagine it as an animation as I'm drawing it. That kind of helps me. Like if I'm drawing a pose, I'll be like, okay, well, like what's the first step of the pose before they jump? Like if I'm drawing a jumping pose, I'm like, okay, they land and then they jump really high. And I play that animation in my head and I try to match that energy in the drawing. It's a little bit maybe that's a bit too difficult. But
No,
that
I think
helps
it's
me.
helpful.
Do you guys do
wanna?
artist analysis at all?
Not really.
Not really.
There's a bunch of artists that I really like.
Yeah.
Or I could do something like this, and then I could just go, you know what? Let's change this, and let's bring this through. Let's bring it all the way home. So I could go like that. I actually feel like
I think
maybe
Kitty-
this one will go behind.
I think Poppy's actually facing the camera now.
Really?
Yes.
Let's check. Oh, there she is. We're doing with YouTube. TikTok, we're like reaching into nowhere. There's Kitty Cam. But there we go, right? And all of these, I would just go along this form, and then I'd really think about my forms. Like if I were to draw around this, I'd go, okay, here's a form, here's a form, form, right? This would come down and around, and it would allow me to render hair. That's how I would plan hair. And it's like what Christina drew earlier as well, right? Like, where is Christina's general flow? It's like that. And so all of the hair, the line can be anywhere on the head. The head can be anywhere relative to the line. All of your shapes have to work together to really help
Unison.
this sort of dynamic flow. So I would say one of the probably most common things that I see, and I struggle with it personally a lot, I've really been working on this lately in order to get better at it and improve, is it's like you're drawing as a house and all of your lines are little people helping build it, and some of your people are fighting and breaking down the walls while others are like building the walls. That's the only way that I can kind of describe it. So every single line, you want to unify them to one purpose. You want their mission to be the same, especially if you're drawing something like hair or a character design or a gesture. And it works the same with poses as well. I'm gonna go look for a picture like this right here, like this sort of thing, right? This is like a little picture of Miki that I drew, and you can see that like everything in the drawing is working together. Her posture is holding this heavy weight, right? Her back is like bending like this, right? Her torso is stretched. Her head is back here. She's got this big heavy ball right here. Her legs are in a really wide stance to carry that weight, right? Like that. And then her other leg comes out like this, and you've got bend. And everything is like helping together, right? Her arm comes up, her other arm comes over. I'm trying to draw it accurate to how I did, right? There's her ponytail. So basically like that kind of thing, right? So every single part of the pose is planned to support the statement. And this is like another one, right? Playing basketball. What's happening? All of the energy is pointing towards this basketball. It's like wrapping up and around and going into the basketball. And then of course the hair is trailing behind. Same thing. I would plan hair the exact same way, right? There you go. This one, the main mission is kind of this spreading out and around and out. So it's kind of like this.
Like a jellyfish.
And there's no right or wrong. Like, you don't have to use a curve that looks like this. You don't have to use... You can use a C curve. You can use an S curve. You can use, like, a mushrooming shape. Like, the shape is not the biggest... What shape you use is not the most important thing. It's sticking to that mission. It's sticking to the mission, right? If you have a really scrunched up face, then all of the arrows would probably be coming in towards a central point like this, like maybe the eyes or the eyebrows or something.
What was it? Let me see. he drew like a face, and they ate a really sour candy. A lot of time you'll see the face going like this.
Yeah.
It's so sour.
Yeah.
And it's all like that.
Yeah, that would be really funny. And so that would be like the sour face, right?
Mickey ate a warhead.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gwenny and Bendu Keyboard for the follow. We're still gonna watch Iron Giant tonight?
Maybe. There we go. Miki ate a warhead, and her face has caved in from the sourness, right?
That's a funny expression. Even.
Yeah, that is a funny expression. And like hair is the one where it's so obvious. Like it's so incredibly obvious that flow, all those workers working together to build the building. And that's why some people find it really difficult and other people can kind of intuitively understand that through practice.
Yeah.
And honestly, all drawing basically does this. All poses, all faces, all environments, landscapes, they all work together for one purpose.
It's a really nice, juicy looking hair strand, hair clump.
There we go.
Look how precious Poppy is.
I know.
Switch.
Yeah.
You don't have to take off your headphones.
Oh, oops. Well, I did, but.
There we go.
Thank you. 154.
Clothing wrinkles? Oh my gosh, does it ever. Clothing
Oh,
wrinkles, absolutely. And the reason is because tension and compression. Clothing wrinkles is one of the big ones because usually folds will radiate from a point of tension.
Yeah. Oh wait, we don't have.
That's not clothing.
That's not clothing. I feel like we did a clothing one some time ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Where was it?
Maybe it's on a different layer in here.
Maybe.
No, I don't know where the heck it is.
I don't know. I feel like I've covered it. Well, we actually do have a clothing drawing YouTube video.
Yeah, we have there's a video on our channel about clothing drawing, but essentially it would absolutely apply to clothing. Like if I'm reaching my arm up, right? Folds coming down here radiating around that main gesture. And actually there's a whole part in our book number 2 where we talk about assisting
Hair and
where is it? The
I think it's
clothing.
close. There it is.
Like using clothing, say for example, to assist the gesture of a drawing. So like for example, here's Candy and she's got this dress and it's really, really helping that pose. And here's Faye and the clothes are really helping that gesture. Like this. So clothing is actually one of your best friends when it comes to gesture drawing because they really, really, really tend to help. Right? So you've got his pose. Here's those kind of gestural lines, those rhythm lines. And then the clothing flows along those rhythm lines to really help. And a lot of the time, clothes will trail behind you. Like if you're running, the clothes kind of like follow you and accentuate that
It's being dragged
gesture.
for the ride.
Yeah, clothing is along for the ride.
Yeah.
Hair is as well. Hair is along for the ride. I do like that idea is like you draw something and clothing and hair is just kind of along for the ride being dragged behind. It's a very helpful concept because I've always struggled with this stuff a lot.
What you can even do is you can like draw a head like this if you really want to like test your skills. You can draw a box next to it or maybe have her resting on a box. It can like have the hair move over the box like this. If you want to make it feel more three-dimensional. Like I find that trying that is kind of fun when it comes to drawing hair and having it be affected by other things.
For sure. Really feel that volume. Great drawing exercises.
You know, this person could be resting on the bed or resting their head like on a chair, and this is the arm of the chair, or a throne, and you know, what can happen. Here you go. Clothes and hair is one of those things where if you get right, it's like it looks so easy, you know, but when you try it, it's hard. My water's gone.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
get
only
more
a little
water.
bit in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gonna grab water?
Yeah.
Yum yum. You could drink the bog water from the watercolors.
No. No way.
Do we do artist analysis at all? There's an artist I'm studying for rendering. I mean, yes-ish. Like for ourselves personally, we'll analyze artists, but doing an artist analysis is kind of useless without an underlying foundational skill. It's like if you're analyzing how someone renders, if you don't know the basics of rendering, like how to calculate drop shadows, speculars, core shadows, ambient occlusion, it all builds on top of that kind of stuff. So I would say study foundation for sure. Like, you know, I think artist analysis are most useful for people who are trained already in art or who have a lot of experience. You want to wrap up soon?
Yep. Can wrap up whenever.
Otherwise, I would say focus efforts on studying foundation.
Yeah.
And then, like, I would probably do some artist analysis, like studies. I would study the artist, like, on the side. Like, for example, if Christina wanted to study clothing, she could study, say, like, Reno Tuna or something. But she already knows the 7 basic folds. She's already very good at drawing clothes. She knows the 5 value system and how to apply it. She knows color theory. She knows anatomy. She knows, you know, she has a lot of drawing experience. And so an artist analysis of someone very good would be very beneficial for her because she has all of that underlying foundation.
It's more like seeing how other artists apply the same principles in a different way.
Yes. It's all those same principles, yeah. Just applying them in a different way.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the principles to start with, you're not going to get very much benefit from analyzing.
This person's in a bath, bubble bath.
Yeah. So there's that gesture, that flow. That's just my advice. Like, you can do whatever you want. If you find it helpful, go for it. I've never I know dozens and dozens and dozens of people who are working professionally as artists nowadays, and I knew them before they ever even learned how to draw. And I've never seen anybody become a professional by studying artists instead of replacing like studying artists with, you know, or replacing foundation with just studying artists and such. Not that I think you're only doing that, but you get more benefit after you're trained. Hey, Lily. I went to a class. The school that I was in had 33 students, and they were all relatively beginners. Most of them are working professionally now. Professionally.
What made drawing hands easy for you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Still hard.
Still hard. I would say what made it easier was simple planes like this. Simple planes in perspective. How it bends, you know, stuff like that. And connecting and turning them into hands and fingers. But you would have to understand how perspective is. And drawing boxes. And actually, Colton's going to be making a video on how to draw boxes for real. Like, actually, how to draw boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I should hit David up sometime soon.
Yeah.
Ask him if he wants to come on. Yeah, one of my good friends is one of the main artists on World of Warcraft.
And this is what his work looks like. I met him in school. He was a classmate of mine. He was one of my good friends. And we went to school together. We were both like beginners. And now, I mean, that's been almost 10 years since we went to school.
10 years,
That's
wow.
some of his work, yeah. Dude, Procreate sucks. Not Procreate. ArtStation sucks on the iPad.
How would you shade hair? I think of it like a pattern. There's generally this is generally how hair kind of...
Shade hair?
Yeah, shading, just
Okay.
kind of really quickly. This is how I shaded this hair strand. It usually starts dark, then it transitions into light, and then as it goes down again, it transitions back into dark.
Yeah. Well, it's rendered like a ribbon.
It's rendered like a ribbon, yeah.
So ribbons are based on cylinders, and cylinders are rendered, with a highlight and a core.
Mm-hmm. I covered this in a video, actually, how to shade hair in three. It's a 3-part series talking about how to shade hair from the basics like shading ribbons to actually like coloring them and stuff with that in mind.
Cylinder. Cylinder has got a core shadow, a shadowed side, and you can add a turning edge to it. There's a cylinder. Mm-hmm. A ribbon is really just a compound cylinder. So you've got this core shadow, shadowed side, turning edge. So it's the same thing. You'll get another core in here at times. So there's your core shadow, there's your shadowed side, lit side, turning edge. And then hair is just this, but disguised with strands. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you want to draw hair along, I don't know.
Sure. Oh, that's perfect.
Whatever it is.
You'd add your strands, you would add your overlaps, and then you would say, hey, or you would kind of shade it like a ribbon, but add more texture, like change the shape of the highlights, for example.
Yeah. But fundamentally, it's just going to be a compound cylinder.
Yeah.
So, just like that. People just get very distracted with the shapes of it.
Yeah.
But it's the exact same. You got your cores, shaded sides, you got your highlights, and you've got your turning edge. Mm-hmm. And so that's...
And if your outside shape looks good, that was me.
Oh.
If your outside shape looks good, then shading it and adding all the other extra details will look good in the future as well.
And then again, you bring this to this concept, which is everybody's working together for the same purpose, right? Everybody's working together for the same purpose, using those ribbons. Everybody's working together for the same purpose, right? All of these are the same thing. Everybody's working together for the same purpose. What are they doing? They're going back to the bun. Zoop,
back to the bun.
Zoop.
I always overrender hair. Overrendering hair is very easy to do because you get distracted with everything else. So I would say have a focal point. Like, what area of the hair do you want, is the most important, and then everything else you can simplify and maybe not render as much. I definitely remember struggled with
Overrendering is a design thing. It kind of is a lack of specifying what the image is about. So even the rendering you want, how all the hair is working together for the same purpose, the rendering is also working together for that purpose.
So this one right here, I focused a lot in this area and around her face. That has the highest contrast. Everything else, you can see that I don't really add that much detail. Everything's kind of flatter and it's more of a gradient. But in areas of importance, I darkened. I shade a little bit more, and then all this stuff in the back is just a gradient. Same thing in here. The most important area is this front area right here, and especially this part. Everything else is a silhouette. So that's how I rendered these hairstyles and stuff.
2 hours and 4 minutes.
Yep.
We got Poppy. We got Toby. Applejack is somewhere. Who knows?
I don't know where he is. Maybe he's under the bed.
My eyes feel blessed seeing June. June is great.
June is great.
Yeah, it's all working together for that same purpose. It's like drawing is difficult because you have to keep the purpose in mind the whole time. Like, what is the goal of this drawing? What am I trying to communicate? What am I trying to say?
Yeah.
What is this character doing? What are they trying to say? And it's not always the same. Sometimes it's like an abstract concept, like I want this triangular shape to be my main purpose, or I'm just trying to frame the face. And other times they're like carrying a ball or climbing up something and struggling, and it's like, what are you trying to say through this artwork?
Yeah.
And then everything supports that. All right, well, we might start wrapping it up.
Many tips on how to get motivation to finish art. Take your time. Sometimes you can always just start, then go back to the art. Sometimes you don't finish, but that's okay. They were asking how to get motivation to finish artwork.
And what'd you say?
And I say, I just said, like, just take your time. Like, you can stop the drawing, then come back to it another time, and continue working on it, and gradually we'll get finished, you know?
I was just reading something as well.
It's fine.
Yeah. Where can I watch your past classes? Our past live streams, you can find them on YouTube. You can watch them. Our YouTube channel is Draw Anime Academy, and it has all of our past live streams on it. It's got like 100 and lot of videos or something. A lot. Motivation to finish art. Like, I would say just enjoy the process of it, you know? There's no rush. There's no big rush. Just, you know, do it for fun. Enjoy the process. Enjoy, like, it's part of the journey, right? Part of the fun of art is the journey, like trying things, experimenting. I used to not be able to finish art like at all. It's funny because when you focus on the finished product, you never finish it.
Yeah.
But when you just enjoy doing it, you know, the person who enjoys walking is going to go is going to go further than the person who's just like, oh, I really need to walk.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get in my certain steps.
Like, someone who is in love with running is going to run further than the person who's like, I have to run.
Yeah.
I need to run because I need to get healthier or whatever. Like, if you're just like, dude, I love running so much. And you just go. You just go because you like it.
Yeah.
Try to treat art in that way. You know, figure out a subject that you like to draw. When I can't figure out what to draw, or when I don't have motivation, I'll just draw my characters. I like come up with little stories of them in my head. I haven't really done that a whole lot lately, honestly. But I'll come up with little stories for them. Draw them together, like this one. Like these ones. This one. I came up with a little story. I'm just like, oh, Miko and Abby meet, and Miko forgets her lunchbox at school, and Abby was mean to her that day, and she comes and she brings it back. And then, you know, Miko's wearing an apron because she was making cinnamon rolls, and then she invites Abby in to have cinnamon rolls together, and Abby feels kind of awkward, and then they become friends, and that's like how their friendship starts. And then
I love them.
There's this one, which is like Abby and Miko. This one I didn't finish it, funny, ironically. They're bonding together. They found like a cat in an alleyway, and they've been bringing it food. And so, you know, it's kind of...
The progression of their friendship.
Yeah, the progression of their friendship. And is there a third one?
Yep.
There was a third one.
There is a third one. That cat had kittens.
Yeah, and the cat, they found kittens. So now they're looking at the kittens together, and they're like, oh my gosh, we found it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like a worm's eye view shot looking up at them, and they look like giants because it's like, oh my gosh, kitten vision.
Kitten vision, yep.
Like that kind of stuff. And there was like the sketch for it, and I just did this really... This isn't even the ultra rough sketch. I have the really rough sketch on ArtStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like underneath of this. Yeah. And that was a previous one where they were going to go hunt ghosts together. But yeah, start rough, kind of plan it out. And then there's a finished piece. And then Christina and me in the background with our children.
With you with hair.
Me with hair. Yeah, I drew myself with hair. You know?
Does it take long to find references for poses? I've studied figure drawing a lot. And so I'll find partial poses. Like, I know what makes a pose look good. You know, contrapposto, dominant leg, bend and stretch. So it's a lot easier to get poses that look good without as accurate of references if you studied figure drawing a lot.
Yeah. But a lot of the time, the poses will have very similar concepts, like the bend and stretch, like the rib. Like, there's only so many ways a rib cage or torso can move, and there's so many ways that legs and arms can move. It's just they're just different combinations of the same thing.
Yeah. So, like, if you look at Miko's pose right here, Miko's pose, this leg right here is the one that's holding her weight.
Weighted leg.
This leg is helping her balance along with her hand, right? The bend is right here in her back, and then the stretch is on her front. And then you can kind of do whatever you want with the arms. So the way, like, a simple way to get poses to work, Christina's actually got a video going up on it, is basically, you know, you can a really simple way to make poses is just simple contrapposto. You have a bend side and a stretch side, like this. The hip side that's up, weighted leg, right? This is really weird. The hip side that's up is like your weighted leg, like that. The hip side that's down, you can do kind of whatever you want. You could do that. You could do that. Doesn't really matter. And the arms, okay, so here's the head. Arms, you can do whatever you want with. You could do that.
I would say hands is actually more flexible.
You could do that. Right? You could do this. Doesn't matter. Like, you can do whatever you want with them. So if you understand kind of like the basics of what makes a solid pose, you can find reference that's just for the arms. You can find reference that's just for the legs. You can find reference that just helps you with maybe the folds, right? So Abby and Miko both have pretty basic poses. Abby's weighted leg is on this side. Her bent leg is right here. Here's the stretch. Here's the bend. And then the arms out. Miko, her weighted leg is right here. Her leg helping her keep balance is there. Bend, stretch. The arms you can do whatever you want with. I got a bunch of... So, like, I do a lot of figure drawing. Like, I do a lot of figure drawing.
One.
I'll draw the same pose multiple times. For reference, I'll experiment a lot, right? Like, this one's so obvious right here. Weighted leg, right there. This one's coming in front, and it's helping keep balance. And then again, here's your bend, here's your stretch, and then you can do whatever you want with the arms. Right? This one's, here's the bend, here's the stretch. It's bending towards us. The weighted leg is more this one.
Because it's on a surface.
Yep, and then this one's kind of helping you keep balance. You know, this one, the weight is on the booty. This one, the weight is on the knees. But I do tons of this kind of stuff. Like, all the time. I'll draw the same pose over and over multiple times to understand it. Lots and lots and lots. I'll do simple gestures, simple volumes. I'll do lots and lots and lots of figure drawing from different angles. There's figure drawing. Again, same thing.
Should you try body
Here's the
first?
Here's the weighted leg. Here's the one helping keep balance. Here's the bend. Here's the stretch. Do whatever you want with the arms.
I love that one.
It's just a good solution to poses.
Should you draw body first and then head? Depends. Whatever works better for you.
It doesn't matter.
I like working with heads, and then sometimes I like working with bodies first. Depends.
You know, same thing up here.
You can get this brush in our Draw Anime website, drawanime.com website.
Yeah.
It's for free.
I do tons of figure drawing. So, like, the answer to that is, like, I actually don't even think I used a reference for either of those poses.
Wow, really? I love this one.
I don't know. It's been a
This
while
one-
since I made that image.
And that one's really good. Oh, that one looks like sad. Like she's like sobbing. Like she's mourning a family member. Oh, you could like literally put a bed side, and a person in the bed, and it's like tell the story.
Lots and lots. And
I love
this
that
is
one.
like a tiny little bit of my figure
love
drawing
that one.
stuff.
Your figure drawing's really good.
Applejack's finally here.
Jack's here.
He's bothering Toby. I want to hold Applejack actually. Oh, there's an old portrait.
Applejack.
Here's a really old portrait that I did the other year.
Imagine you doing portraits nowadays.
I'd be super rusty. I haven't done a portrait in forever. There you go.
It's so funny. Applejack is here bothering Toby. All right, get over here, Applejack.
Get over here, Applejack.
Quit smooshing him.
You think you can just do whatever you want, whenever you want, without getting glomped, and you're gonna get glomped.
And you're just gonna get more kisses. Where have you been?
You want to know how it feels? That's what you're doing to Toby right now.
Cutie.
What our canvas size? Generally 5,000 by 6,000. Come on. You're not getting away. You're not getting away, big boy. Big 14-pounder.
It's chocolate feet. I want some dark chocolate.
Yeah. Do you start with ovals or boxes? Generally boxes.
Boxes.
You can start with ovals. It's so calm. Yeah, because he knows he's going to get his teeth clocked if he doesn't behave. He's too cute.
Like,
Good
if I
boy.
touch his belly, he literally doesn't react at all. And cats are
Yeah.
very sensitive about their bellies.
Look at, do it.
Eh.
You don't even care
He
at all.
don't. He literally doesn't even care. I don't understand this. Poppy will be like, "Ooh, look at that big baby. Are you a good boy?" He actually loves being praised.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he'll just like look at you as if he really likes it.
good boy.
He's like, "Are you a good boy? You're a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. Are you a good boy? Oh, you look so happy." He's a big boy. He's very chill. He likes Toby. He likes messing with him sometimes. Good boy. Good boy. And if he knows that he's not doing something right, he will meow.
He chirps, yeah.
does
Or like you're like, go get down from there. Don't eat the blinds. And he's like,
He goes like that. Even Poppy does that sometimes. Well,
all right, yeah, we're gonna wrap up. We said we were gonna wrap up, then we
Like 30
didn't,
minutes
and now
ago.
we're gonna wrap up.
yeah.
So get ready for the video to come out at like 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m.
Tomorrow.
Pacific. There's a video scheduled to go up on our channel. We might stream tomorrow, but it would definitely be a lot earlier.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you for the follows.
You know, that's the method that I use for figure drawing. Envelope for the upper body, weighted leg that helps hold balance, curve of the center line. Very, very simple. And you can adjust it to any body type. All right, everybody. What brush are you using? You can get this brush for free in the on our website in the description. If you go to drawanime.com, there is a Google Drive download for the brush. You can get it for totally free. It's an ABR. It'll work in Procreate. It'll work in Photoshop. It'll work in Clip Studio Paint. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for showing up. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for all the roses and
Gifts.
stuff like that. So appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye.